Hi guys, Alex here from Homeschool of Bel Air. So on today's video, I wanted to give you guys a quick little update as to how the beginning of our school year has been going. Stay tuned. So we officially started our second year of homeschooling on the 1st of August. And I wanted to give you guys, and this might be a two-parter only because I want to make this video not so long, but I do want to give you guys a quick little update on how Evelyn's been doing along with the boys, because we did adapt a whole new schooling system when it comes to the boys, and we are loving it. So I want to give you guys a quick little update on that and what we're actually doing with them. But I first wanted to give you guys more of an update with Evelyn and how her first week of school went, and I'm gonna try to tie in some pictures. I didn't get to record much when it comes down to filming any kind of videos in that week. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys will see that I do post a lot more on Instagram. I do post more of our day on there, so you guys can definitely follow us on that and definitely try to add it to the description box. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is how our first week of school went with Evelyn. It has definitely gone a lot better than I had anticipated. I was really thinking that she was going to do more of a 10-minute to maybe 15-minute of schooling, but it has actually been between 1 and 2 hours. Like, she'll sit up here from like 9 to almost 11. Sometimes she'll even come back up and do some more work right before lunch. I'm actually really pleased with it, and she's really enjoying what she's doing. I'm gonna try to show you guys also some of her finished work from last week, some of her crafts, and then some of the stuff. I want to give you guys also a quick little peek into next week, just because I don't know if I'll be able to film much next week also, so I do want to give you guys a quick peek into some of the ideas of things that I'm going to be doing for the letter B. Let me go ahead and go right into that.
Right here.
That's a number 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cover it. All right, number 3. Can you find number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Evelyn. All right, number 4. Can you find number 4?
Hey, let's go.
Perfect. That's it. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah?
Find the number 5. You have to look at it. What does it look like?
No. No.
Remember, it has a little flat head and his little leg is curling up. No, that's number 6. Find number 5.
This one?
That's right. That's it. Okay.
Now I want to do it again.
Number 6. Number 6. Can you find number 6?
Yeah.
All right, cover it.
What's
All right, number 7.
that one? Okay. That's 7.
That's right. Cover it up. Good job. 1. Evelyn, number 10.
10.
Where's number 10? Okay, I'm gonna try my hardest to film this with my little handheld tripod or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Selfie stick, I guess. I feel like I don't move you guys as much, but right now I'm in my preschool area, and I wanted to show you guys a quick peek into how it looks on a regular week when it comes to setting up, and how generally how I set up for her letter of the week curriculum. And right now what I did was I already set up, today's Sunday, so I ended up setting up her preschool stuff. I try to set it up between Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday I was actually given the chance. My husband took the kids, I shouldn't say the boys. My husband took the kids to the park, so it gave me a really nice little time slot yesterday to get all this set up for Evelyn. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a little peek into how I set up for the week for her. So let me go ahead and turn you guys around. Okay, so basically what I tend to do is on her desk, and she was just up here moving stuff around. What I try to do is I set up her writing on her desk every morning. So this she does every single day, and she knows that she has to trace her letter B, and then she has a different traceable on the backside. So for this instance, it's a boat. So she knows to trace her boat, and she knows to trace her big B and the little b. And obviously we haven't done this yet. This is going to be our setup for this coming week. And then what I do is I set up from Progressive Phonics. I downloaded their flashcards last year, so I've been having those, and what I did was I put those on popsicle sticks. I do like the little rhyming words that they have, like little chants that they have on them, so I read those to her every day, and she thinks they're so funny. On her window, the way that I set up her windows, I put all her little shapes on the window, and the color of the month, I set it up on the window as well. So there she's gonna have her color of the month, which is blue. And then that little alligator is one of the little crafts that she did for the letter A. But for letter B, whatever craft I have her do, I'm going to set it up there for the following week. This is how I set up her little letter B area. I don't know what you would call it. So what I do is I bring this little table down, or this little dish down to her table, and we go over all the objects that I put on here. And all I basically do is go through the kids' toys and find just toys that they have. I did end up making this little bumblebee for her, but I did it just to do more like a finger play with her. We are also doing the Easy Peasy Learn to Read. And what I realized is last week I pulled out a little toy alligator. And if you guys are familiar with All-in-One Easy Peasy, every day, every letter, when it comes to their Getting Ready program, every letter has a little character. And for this week, it's Betty the Bee. And last week, it was April the Alligator. So all week, she was talking to April the Alligator, and we were going over the things with April the Alligator, and she just thought it was so much fun. So this week, I couldn't find a bumblebee. I know the boys have a little toy bumblebee, but I couldn't find it. So I ended up just making one. So this is little Betty the Bee. And then we go over, like, for instance, bag, butterfly, banana, baseball, the letter B, bean bag, which actually fits perfect because it's a bean bag. And then a little blue ball, some blocks, and then a few little flashcards that we just have. So I just pulled all those out and just set them up here. And this is just something that we go through every day. Then she has her letter B book, which we also go through every day. And then her little magnet letters. So this is something that I give her also, and I just hand her this, and I have her rebuild the letter B. So I pull all this apart, and I give her this little flashcard to go by, and I have her build the big B and the little b. Last year she did quite nice with the letter A, so I feel like she'll do great with this with the letter B as well. And then for math, this is her little math area here. So what we do is I set up her little counting flashcards, and then all she has to, and it's just a number recognition, so I pull out the number, and then she has to find it on the bumblebee and then cover it up. So it's just super simple number recognition activity. And then every day I do change this out. This time it's a little Q-tip painting number 2. She loves this a lot. I didn't put out the paint and I didn't put the Q-tip out. I'll do that on Monday morning. And then she has this page from Confessions of a Homeschooler that we trace every single day. And then we count the dots. So 1, 2, and then she traces it. So that is basically it from when it comes to math with her. That is as far as we go with math. Then her color corner. Her color corner is pretty much looks the same every single day. I maybe change out the coloring page for her, but for the most part, I leave the little flashcards here and her little book on the page blue. And then what I did up here is she has her little blue poster. She has a little poem about the color blue. And then here she just has to take the magnets and build, oops, and I just dropped. So on this page here, she would just have to build the word blue on this page here. So that's basically it. That's all she does for color. I have, depending on the activity, I will set up maybe a different activity for her with the color. So let me go ahead and show you some of the activities that I have set out for her for Monday. So for Monday, we do a dot from Confessions of a Homeschooler. And I usually just do the dauber, but this week I ended up finding from her stampers, she has a little bird. So I figure she can stamp it with the bird. So that's one of her activities that she has for this week for Monday. And then the other one is a bird sizing activity. So I pulled out all the blue bears from her counting bears. So the ones that I have, they come in different sizes. And this printable, I don't remember where I found this printable. I think it was on Pinterest somewhere. If I find it, I'll try to link it in the description box. It just says Bear Family. I thought it would set the website, but it doesn't. And on this activity, all she really has to do is set up the bears by size. And I don't know why I keep calling them birds. So all the big bears on this side, medium bears, and then all the little bears on the little baby bear. So that's basically it, just to keep her hands busy. Oops, that was a medium one. So that's pretty much it for this activity. Super simple, very hands-on. She was already doing this on yesterday when I was setting it up. And then her next activity is just a coloring page. And this one I do change out every day. A different activity for this tray. So yeah, so this is the one that I have set out for Monday. And this one is from Confessions of a Homeschooler. And all I really do is I set it up ready to go. So even if she starts to grab her own trays herself, she knows that everything that she needs is going to already be on that tray. So she has her crayons there. The next one is a little activity with a boat and buttons. And what I have in here is capital B and lowercase b's. And all she really has to do is pull one out and then match it on the boat and then put a button on it. So cover it up. And then she would have to, I only have 2 big ones and 2 little ones. So she would have to set it back down, shake it around, put her hand in, and then pull another one out. And same thing, find it on the boat until she covers all the big bees and little bees up. So that's the other activity that I have set out for her. Okay, and then her other activity that I have set out for her, and this one usually stays the same every week. What I found to be easier for me is to cut the pages out myself beforehand. She's still not super great in cutting, so I just tend to cut them out for her and I set them up here. So what I decided to do is integrate her her alphabet interactive notebook with her number 1. So every day we do 1 page of the alphabet interactive book and a page of her math. So I'll show you guys for this week what we've already done. So this is for letter A, and then she was supposed to draw an apple. She did eyeballs on the apple. And so there's a math one, and then her alphabet one, and then her math one, and her alphabet one, and her math one. So then we'll go on from there. So far she's actually enjoying this a lot. She loves gluing. So anything having to do with glue, she's all for it. So again, I set up her little tub of glue in here and her crayons. If she needs anything else, I'll usually try to set it up here. Like for instance, I might have to set up a dauber in here. She likes to daub these little dots, so I might actually do that and set up a little dauber in here as well, just to have it ready. And then for her last, or not her last activity, but her last little tray here is her little more hands-on activity, and this is more of a Play-Doh mat. And she has a little tub of blue Play-Doh, and I just went through all my little cookie molds that I have, and I pulled out all the ones that begin with the letter B. So she has a little bear mold, she has a letter B, a bicycle, a butterfly, a bus, a boy, and then she has a bell and a small butterfly. So all these little molds, and she can roll out her Play-Doh on top of her little this little Play-Doh mat that she has here. And on this one here, she just has to create other balloons with her Play-Doh. So she can actually create all these little Play-Doh molds. So that's what I have for her. This one might change out. Maybe I'll have her do it maybe Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday maybe change it out. We'll see. I usually feel her out and see if she enjoys it. If she enjoys it, I'll probably leave it all week. If I feel like it's just boring and tedious for her, I'll change it out. But some kids like repetitiveness. Sometimes she likes this a lot. So yeah, so let me come over to this other side. So on the other side here, on this blue bin here, I have her puzzles. And with this one here, all she has to do is find the bottom piece to the little, the puzzle pieces. And because I put him on Lego, she actually loves doing this. She actually asks to do it twice a day. So she would just have to do that. So yeah, so that's the little puzzles that she has in here. And I think there's a boat, a balloon, a bumblebee, a book, and a bat. So they're super cute, and I change these out every week. And then she also has this other blue Play-Doh mat that I just kind of stuck here. And she knows that she can pull this out with Play-Doh and roll out the letters. This one was the one that she kind of found tedious, so I just kind of stopped doing it. So I'm just using it as a little poster. And then I do set out little flashcards here, a banana, a butterfly, a bear, and blocks. And then this is her little shape activity. And with this one here, we're doing circles this month. So what I did is I set out little beads for her. And she just, in this, I figure I try to do anything a little bit more hands-on like this that I know is going to take her a longer time when I'm doing like a longer lesson with the boys. So I know that she's going to be kept busy. But yeah, that's all she really has to do. And then she can trace the word circle with her dry erase marker if she wants to. So that is her a little shapes activity. And then this is her cutting station. So when it comes to every month with her, what I'm trying to do with her is focus on a certain skill for that whole entire month. So this first month has been cutting. So I'm using her little preschool cutting book. And what I do is I cut this portion out. Sorry, I can't grab it. I pull out this portion out. I cut it out myself, but then I have her cut out on the blue dotted lines. So, and then we go ahead and glue it down where it goes. And she really enjoys this activity quite a bit. And again, I set out the glues and the glue stick for her, so it's all ready to go for her. So when we're ready to do this, we're set. And then that's pretty much it. Let me show you guys some of the other things that I pulled aside for her that we're going to be focusing on this week. Okay, so some of the other things that I might set out for her for this week is this little pattern bear. And this might be something that I set out for her either Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending, just for the remainder of the week, just so she doesn't get bored with some of maybe the Play-Doh activity. So for this one, she would just have to match the shapes with the little pattern cards. And then the other one is a lacing card, but she does enjoy this one because it's obviously getting a little bear dressed. So with this one here, she just gets to put on her little cheerleading outfit on this little cute little bear. And she can try to lace it. She knows that she doesn't have to. She actually has fun just putting the little clothes on her like that. So that's another little activity that I have set out for her for this week. Now, I had mentioned in the other, one of my other videos how I've been setting up her work. And for the letter B, all I did was I distributed all the work between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And most of this is just like her math sheet. So when she's done with the little Q-tip one, this is going to be the second one that she does. And this is more of a daubing exercise. Then I have the second page of the cutting exercise, which is on the back side of the other one. Her second page, or the number 2 second page for her interactive math notebook. So I have all this set out here. So when I'm ready to change out the trays, I have everything set out for her and ready. So there's a more of a hands-on activity for her with the letter B, and then her coloring page. And I try to give her at least one coloring page a day, just to get her little hands going. So that's for Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, there's her other page for her interactive notebook that I will switch out. Her pages for the cutting activity. So this would be for Wednesday and Thursday. And then a little usually I'll have her either decorate it or color it. Pretty much whatever I feel like having her do. Maybe I'll have her glue buttons on this one. We'll see. And then her page for her interactive alphabet interactive notebook is in here, and then another little more hands-on coloring type page. So that's another, that's for Wednesday. And then Thursday, there's her math interactive notebook page. She also has a little Q-tip letter B, so she'll do that. And then her alphabet interactive notebook. And then this one I might transfer it to Friday, because for Friday she might not have a cutting page, so this would be a good little cutting exercise. So I might switch it out and put it in her Friday notebook. We'll see. She does enjoy this one. This one I got from Kindergarten Worksheetandgames.com. She enjoys this one. She likes gluing the little pictures in here and coloring all that stuff. So yeah, so that's another one that we have for Thursday. And then finally Friday, she has her number 2 for the interactive notebook. She has her letter B for her alphabet interactive notebook. She has her letter B hat that she gets for completing the letter. And this I color and I set it up for her the night before. I don't let her do it just because I like to take pictures of her with it. So I tend to take the time and color it and cut it and set it up for her. She sees it more as a price, I think, when I have it set up for her. And then she has a little daubing exercise with the letter B. And then this one is more of a color matching daubing exercise. She really enjoyed this one when we did the letter A. And then this one here, she's supposed to glue these on the letter B, the big one and the little one. But what I've realized and come to find out that I turned it into a different exercise. Let me show you guys real quick. So these are printables that came with this curriculum, and these are supposed to be lacing cards. I'm not using them as lacing cards. I'm actually just using them as like little flashcards for her. But what I've done also for Friday, and we did it with letter A as well, is I have her match these letters with these letters. So what I do is I cut them out for her, the big B and the little b, the night before. So I'll probably cut them out on Thursday. And I just cut out the strips for her. And I have her cut out each little picture, and all I have her do is, if she does letter B, the big B first, I'll tell her, where's the bat at? And she'll point at the bat, and then I'll tell her to glue it in the same place on the big B. And it's just more, I guess, like a pattern type work, because then she gets to really pay attention to details when it comes to where the pictures are on this B. And then the object of this is to have this B look like this B. And I told her last time that she can color it if she wants. She didn't want to color the letter A, but she did have fun. So then, like the little bumblebee. So where do you see it on this? She'll point, I see it here. So where is this spot on this B? And she'll tell me right here. So then she'll glue it there. So that's what we have her do. And I feel like it's something that she really did enjoy last week when we did it that way. So I might continue to do it that way for this week. So that's that activity there. And that's pretty much the end of her week. And then let me just show you more of her crafts. I do separate her crafts because it's easier for me. Because sometimes I don't know, like if she finishes all her stuff, then that's when I go for the craft and I give it to her to do. So that is that. Oh, and the other thing that I have set aside, let me just show you guys real quick. For the letter B, a few of the other things that I incorporate during the week. So along with the little bears here, this is another thing that I might change out her Play-Doh mat to. And she has this one with the patterns, so she has to build the big B and the little B with her patterns. This is just a different Play-Doh mat. This one she would have to create a bumblebee. And then this is just more for her counting bears 1, 2, and 3. So that's it. So this just might be something that I incorporate throughout the week with her tray work. So for other activities that I have, I stuck, like I said, in here, I have more of her like extra flashcards and puzzles. So these cards here, they come with puzzles, so she would just have to build the puzzles and then match them up to the flashcard. So that's pretty much all she would have to do with this one. So on one day out of the week, I might change out her Lego puzzle pieces and do this one instead. So I just kind of have them separated so I don't have to go digging around for them. And then this is part of a little story that I have to read to her. And it's part of that daily curriculum for early childhood learning book. That one, for the letter B, we're doing our theme Busy Bees for on Tuesday. So for music and movement, it tells you to read the story, and I forgot the name of the story. Oh, Miss Bumblebee gathers honey, and it tells you to go to the back appendix, and there's a printable. And I didn't want to use the printable. I thought I ended up just making my own, and I forgot where it's at. There it is. So it's Bumblebee and Honey Puppets. So then you read the story to her and you do more like a finger play type thing with the little characters. I didn't want to photocopy this one because I didn't want to have to color them. So I ended up just finding some, and I just created these on PowerPoint. So it's more of a finger play story for her, and you know, how the bumblebee gathers the little pollen from the, you know, flowers and creates honey. So it's just pretty much something like that. So there's going to be something that we do on Tuesday. So I just have everything set up for her and ready to go. And then let me show you guys how I keep her crafts. And I try to set everything up. Like I said, I try to set it up on the weekend before we start our week. So this is where I keep all of her crafts for the week. And I notice that it's just easier for me to keep them like this. So for Monday, we're going to be doing the Bashful Bear. And this, I'm doing this curriculum from, I forgot her name. I think it's just preschoolerplans.com. And it was $9 for this complete little craft book. And I just love it because it gives you everything that you need. The printable, I printed all these little pieces out on construction paper. So here she has B is for Bashful Bear. And then I give her this little piece of paper here. And I just have her build the bear, going by what she sees on this little picture. And I'll show you guys her alligator from last week. So that's her A is for Awesome Alligator from last week. So she would basically just glue in the little hands, and I had my husband help me out and cut this out yesterday. And then we have the little nose, the little belly, the little ears, and then the little eyeballs. Oh, and the little tongue. So there's a little tongue there. So she would just have to build this little Bashful Bear, and that's going to be for Monday because this is what goes up on her little letter wall. And then on Easy Peasy Learn to Read, I forgot what day it is. I think it's on Wednesday. They have her do a butterfly craft. On one day they have her do a beaver craft. I kind of don't like the beaver craft, especially because she doesn't know what a beaver is. So I might not do that, but it does call for a butterfly craft. And I decided to change it up a bit. So we're doing a balloon butterfly painting. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you blow up the balloon a little bit and get different colors of paint and dip the balloon in paint. And then that's what I'm going to have her paint the butterfly wings with. And then we're going to cut it out. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with this one. So that's her craft for, I want to say, I think it's going to be for Wednesday. And then I saved the cutout B for the other craft, because what I have her do with this one is we're going to cut out this bird, put it on construction paper, so B is for bird, and I'm just going to have her put feathers on the bird. So that's pretty much it. So this one I put on my art wall, and I'll show you guys the one that we did for last week. This was her other craft. The A is for apple. And we just put tissue paper on the apple, and I just had her glue everything together. I tackled this before in case I get any questions on it. Her little craft, the alligator and the bear, like I said, I purchased it through, I want to say it's preschool plans, mypreschoolplans.com. And it's not really something you can shop for on the website. You have to be a subscriber to her blog. And she emails you offers. And this is just something that she had emailed me about a couple weeks back. And I was kind of hesitant about getting it because I do like to do letter crafts. And just thinking about me having to, for every single letter, go through Pinterest and try to figure things out and find printables and create crafts for her, it was going to take a lot of time. So I decided to go ahead and go for it. And I want to say it was $9 for the printable, but you get letter A through Z, and it comes with instructions, and then it comes with the page that you can print on, like letter C. C is for cuddly caterpillar, and then it comes with the template. And this template, you do have to take the time and cut it out of construction paper, but I find that it's just so much easier for me to do this than to search Pinterest for different craft ideas. Everything's pretty much here for you. Letter D is the D is for delightful duckling. So again, you can print it out on regular paper. I chose to print it out on construction paper, and I did have to cut down the construction paper to a regular 8.5 by 11 because construction paper is a little larger than paper. So I did have to take some time and do that, but it's totally fine. So there's the D's for duckling, and then again, there's the template, and then E is for elegant elephant, and again, it just goes on all the way to letter Z. So I just find that it was easier for me to do it this way. And again, it's from mypreschoolplans.com. And this is a quick little peek into her week. This is some of the stuff that she did. This one, she had to paint little ants on her apple and her A, and it was using a little Q-tip. So she really enjoyed this one. And then this was the one that I mentioned about matching the little guy, kind of like this one, and matching it up. This one, she set him up on top, but she never glued him down. But she did do it. She just didn't glue him, so that's fine. So we have that. And then for her cutting exercises, that was that. Oh, and we forgot to do the back side. Oh, it's okay. And then this was her little find the A daubing, and as you can see, she just went ahead and daubed everything, which is totally fine. She's only 3. And then this one, for the first week of school, we did All About Me, and this was her self-portrait, and she ended up doing backwards for some reason, or upside down, but that's her. And then this was her little letter A activity, and like I said, she really, I mean, she was really doing her best when it came to tracing. And again, she's only 3, and she actually, I feel like she's doing really well. So she went ahead and glued her A for acorn, A for apron, and then she didn't want to throw these away, so she went ahead and glued them on the apple and on this little area. So that is just some of the worksheet stuff that she's done. Like I said, so far, like I said, it's going really well. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys got some awesome ideas today. Please let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, and we'll see you next time.